of British heavyweight title contender superstar boxer Dillian the Body Snatcher Whyte. Dillian Whyte, he defeated Alexander Povetkin in his highly anticipated rematch after he floored Alexander Povetkin 2 times in the first fight in August, and ultimately Alexander Povetkin came back and caught Dillian Whyte with an uppercut and knocked him out cold brutally in the first fight. With that said, yesterday marked the rematch in which Dillian Whyte got the 4th round knockout victory over Alexander Povetkin. He simply just did not look like himself. But Matchroom CEO and promoter Eddie Hearn, he's stating that former Olympic bronze medalist, former WBC reigning American heavyweight world champion superstar boxer Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder was in Dillian Whyte's inbox via social media. He reached out to Dillian Whyte and stated that he wants to have a fight with himself and Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte is now...
Those are the words of Blue Blood Sports TV. And he stated that after, the way he narrated it, after Dillian Whyte got his revenge on Alexander Povetkin with a strong left hook in the 4th round, Deontay Wilder DM'd him, okay? And that, and his source is according to Eddie Hearn, okay? And here's the problem. Let me counterpunch. Well, let's do this. Let's go to where Eddie Hearn, because this is where he got this source. He got this source from DAZN News. And it states, Deontay Wilder taunted Dillian Whyte via DM, says Eddie Hearn, after Whyte's KOs Alexander Povetkin. Now, let's read, okay? And this is what he had to say. This is what Eddie Hearn said. We called for the Deontay Wilder fight for a long, long time, and he actually DM'd Dillian Whyte and told him that he would never give him that fight. And now he got knocked out by Fury. He is calling for the fight with Dillian Whyte. So for me, that is a stadium fight, a colossal fight. That's what he said. Now, do you see the difference? Okay. Now, here's the thing. It's not Blue Blood's fault necessarily, because it's the way it was worded. Okay. Liam Happ is the guy that made this source. And he should really pay attention to what Eddie said. He didn't say that he DM'd him after the fight. We haven't heard anything from Deontay Wilder at all. We don't know who he's going to fight. We don't know what his potential fight is. We don't know if he's training. All we've seen him do is drinking wine and flash guns and have fun, cash checks and have sex. That's all we've really known for him to really be doing these days, right? So this is not the truth. It's far from the truth. He DM'd Dillian Whyte, yes, but a long time ago, okay? You want me to read it again? Listen. This is what he said. He said, we called for the Deontay Wilder fight for a long, long time. And he actually DM'd Dillian Whyte and told him that he would never give him that fight. When Deontay Wilder told him that, that was 2-3 years ago. That was back in 2018 when he told him that. No, it was 19. When Dillian Whyte was on AK and Barack, he showed AK and Barack the inbox that Deontay Wilder sent him, and he said, hey, I don't have to fight you because realistically, I can freeze you out for 2 years. You're not the fight that I want. That's what he said, okay? So to take Eddie Hearn's words, Liam Happ and Blue Blood Sports TV, really, because what he was doing, he was piggybacking off this dude. If you're going to give the real news, give the fucking real news. Don't, oh, well, you know what? This is an attempt to Deontay Wilder to call out those guys. Now, did Deontay Wilder call out Dillian Whyte lately? Yeah, about 3 weeks ago. He did. He mentioned Dillian Whyte in the Brian Custer interview. You guys remember that. But he did not inbox him after that fight. Again, we have not heard anything from Deontay Wilder at all. He has not DM'd Dillian Whyte lately. We don't even know what his reaction is. And as soon as we hear his true reaction, if he has any reaction at all to this fight, okay, this would totally eradicate that anyway. But I just done it because I just showed you guys where the source was coming from that Blue Blood Sports TV used with Liam Happ created. And they were both wrong. Liam Happ was wrong primarily. Secondarily, Blue Blood was wrong because he was piggybacking off this guy that didn't know what the fuck Eddie Hearn was really saying. See, these guys, I don't know why they don't look and proofread what the hell they're saying. Look, and it's catchy. Oh, Deontay Wilder taunted via DM, says Eddie Hearn, after Whyte KO's Povetkin. That did not happen. Okay, that's propaganda. That's reaching. That's very exaggerated speculation. That's all it really is. Okay, they're lies, people. Okay, because Dillian Whyte is a guy that has knocked out. Yeah, Eddie Hearn did say it's a good idea to fight, for these guys to fight, but Deontay Wilder ain't got off his ass to call or DM, to text no one anything. Okay? Because lately, of what we know of Deontay Wilder, he has not been that guy that's too vocal about doing anything. He might make an interview here this month. You might not hear from him another 2 or 3 months. That's how he's been doing since he got his ass whooped. That is all. Okay, so I'm sick of, this, and thousands of people hear this shit and they're thinking, oh, Deontay Wilder's back. Yeah, Deontay Wilder's calling out people and inboxing people aggressively to make fights happen. Yeah, that's what he's doing. That's my man to this day. But that didn't happen to this day. Okay? So don't put words in the man's mouth. Don't say he did certain things. Yes, he did DM him again. He DM'd him years ago. He has not DM'd him lightly. That makes this a lie. That makes this guy a lie. That wrote this article. That makes Blue Blood Sports TV a fucking lie for making a video about this particular article without reading the fucking article. Okay? But I will say this. What Blue Blood did was slick because he didn't say after. Okay? He didn't say after, but he did make you think that, hey, it was after the fight. But the way he narrated it up until that point that what Eddie Hearn said. Okay, so to let that be known, he's not saying it. He's saying somebody else said it. But I just told you what Eddie Hearn said. So really, who is primarily at fault is Liam Happ for making this article. Because when he makes articles like that, this particular article makes headlines. I get it. It's one of those things to, it's a PR move, okay? It's clickbait article shit because people need for people to read articles. See, well, why would you want to read an article about 2019? You wouldn't. But what you would do is you can add a little truth in with a lie and say, you know what? Yeah, Eddie Hearn said that, Deontay Wilder DM'd him after the fight. No, he DM'd him 2 years ago and told him he'd never fight him. That's the difference. So for the people of intelligence, okay, that want to know true news and how it really goes down, this is actually what happened between Deontay Wilder and Dillian Whyte. Again, I would like to see the fight, but will the fight happen? I don't know. Should it happen? Of course it should happen. But this is boxing, the sport that I love, that I hate so much, so we don't know what the hell we're going to get. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about this article and the counterpunching of the truth about this particular article. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.